Good morning, guys. So, I'm going over my trade from yesterday, day 3 of the Micros Challenge. Welcome back to my channel. For all you subscribers, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button so you can check out my Micros Challenge as I upload new videos and my progress of passing of my Topstep Challenge. So, day 3, y'all. Day 3 was crazy. So this is just basically what we were dealing with before the market finally moved, right? Like, we were stuck in this zone forever. Literally since like yesterday. I honestly didn't want to touch this. It took a lot of patience to sit on the sidelines because I thought that we were going to get, our breakout. I was in looking for some sells the whole time. I was waiting for it to drop down. They came and they played. They waited until 1 p.m. to finally release it out of this freaking box. And this is something that I go over all the time. Know when to sit out of the market is just as important as knowing when to pull that trigger. You feel me? And I felt like it was gonna leave me, but after a while I was like, okay, well, it's afternoon. If we didn't move today, we probably won't. They did some trickery and they pushed down. So this was my sell side liquidity zone at these equal lows. I also have buy side because we're in a range. It's liquidity all around. It's just a matter of where is it going to strike first. So I had the sells just basically tapping into this 4-hour imbalance here. And that's what I was looking for. Just a tap into the imbalance. And as you can see, I waited until we got the break. Then we came back and we retested sell side liquidity zone and also the low of the morning. So we took out some buy side after we tapped. We didn't even tap into the 4-hour imbalance zone. So like I said, I caught it at the right time. I saw it when it was like somewhere over here. I realized that we took some buy side after that drop and then it started to reverse. So we started to, pull down. I had this 5-minute fair value gap that I was watching as a potential to add in my position. But I really was looking for it to drop into the zone. So that was basically it. I mean, I was following the trend. We're in a downtrend, looking for my entry after a minor liquidity sweep or inducement, whatever you guys call it. So I got in. I risked 50 points on my initial entry, and I'm gonna play the trade as well, but I risked 50 points on my initial entry and scaled in and got out once it tapped into the zone. I was honestly, you see how that candle closed. I was trailing and I did not want to let it tap in and then instantly reverse into a giant candle like this. So I just was trying to get in, and once it tapped in my zone, get out. I'm not looking for no extra. It did go down a little bit more, but then as you can see, once we closed outside the zone, it reversed. Micron earnings pushed NQ to infinity and beyond after that. So we ended up taking the buy side now on the market highs. So that area I marked up for buy side, that got tapped into, and now we're up in another 4-hour imbalance, as you can see. So I may not trade for day 4 because this was a really big move, and I made decent gains this week. I only took that one trade yesterday. So as you can see, I'm up 2,400 on the account, and I'm super close to passing. And usually when I get close like this, I start really trying to push it. So I'm just trying to, be easy and selective about my trades. And like I said, if that opportunity don't present itself, like A plus quality, I'm not touching the market, because now we're in a space where it can go either way, and we're like in the middle of price action. It can go either way. So, like literally the middle. This 4-hour imbalance could potentially become an area that we sell off from, or it could just come and fill it in. So we buy from here and go all the way up. Maybe setting up for new all-time highs. Once we took that liquidity, that was the last zone I saw that needed to be filled. So it could go either way. And like I said, if I don't see A plus 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 plus, I will be sitting on my hands. Yeah, let me show you guys the trade that I took. It was pretty fast. It was about 15 minutes, despite it being afternoon. Sometimes afternoon is a bit slow, but because it was loading up and, it's like a spring loading waiting to explode, I believe that's why it was pretty fast. So yeah, here we go. All right, so this trade is slightly sped up just so you guys can see what was going on. It was about 15 minutes, like I said. So got in with the 3 contracts. Start off with smaller size, because like I said, it already took some liquidity. I was just following the trend, but I was a little late to the party. So they could have tricked me out or went up and then came back down again. But we got these big red candles that let me know that it was ready to continue down. It's respecting it. And this was a 5-minute imbalance as well that it was respecting. 5-minute bearish imbalance. So I also drew up this bullish imbalance just to see how it would react within, because to the left, as you can see, it kind of just made a giant wick. It tapped the bottom and then completely went up to the top, and then it started to push up, but then it reversed again. So now we're rejecting it to the middle, and that's where I decided that it would be a good area to add to my position once we got that close, or once we got that push up out of the box, and you see that clean rejection off the middle. Yeah, and I brought my risk down, still risking around 300 despite having a bigger contract size. And I'm just marking up the lows so I can, it'll give me confirmation that my trade is going in the right direction. We're going to take out that liquidity and also fill in that 4-hour imbalance. And there we go. Okay, so when I tried to scale out of my position, it made my position in the bottom, I guess, for me adding in. So once it already was down there, so I got out completely, because I'm like, I don't want my stop loss to be right back in the box. And then, well, it was pushing up, so I wanted it to retest if it was to go back up, but it didn't. It actually broke below those little cluster of lows right there, broke below the blue line as well, which was the last swing low. And once I saw that, it pushed up, candle flip, I put my stop loss in profit at $100. And now I'm just tracking the lows. I'm trailing the lows, basically. That's it. And this was about, yep. And then I'm just trailing it. Now I'm just really trailing it. Okay. And there we go. Lock him up. That's it. So as you can see, I just basically respected the trend, my bias for the day, and all that good stuff. So yeah, pretty simple trade. It just took a lot of patience, and that's one thing I can say I really need to constantly work on, because sometimes I'm super aggressive. I don't want to wait. We gotta have that consistency over time. And it's just following the process, respecting the rules, just building that muscle of discipline. All right, so if you like this video, hit the like button, leave me a comment if you want to see anything more specific in my process of passing this combine, and subscribe for the next one. All right, I'll see y'all.